Our veterans have given so much of themselves, many volunteering to serve, oftentimes not knowing at all what that might look like. They've experienced things civilians may never understand, so it's up to us to support them as a thank you for all they've given. And that can be as simple as landscaping. Operation United organizes volunteers to help our veterans, active duty service members, and their families. Mary Beth Gruen is from the heart of West Michigan United Way, here to share how we can all help and get the word out to veterans if they may need the help. Mary Beth, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about Operation United and how this came to be.
Yeah, so this is our 6th year that we're doing it. So we started back in 2019, and we just really wanted to find a way to give back to veterans and those who served. And so we kind of realized that veterans are often the last to ask for help. And really doing this basic landscaping yard work is just kind of one way that we can give back.
Wonderful. And so obviously it's been successful. You're growing.
Yes.
Let's talk about the areas that we're covering here.
Yeah, so we've expanded to Allegan, Kent, and Ottawa County. So recently we joined forces with those counties. So we are thrilled that we are able to get to do this event in those 2 counties as well.
Okay, wonderful. So if there are veterans out there, I mean, we're talking landscaping, but we're like small projects too. Let's run the gamut of all of the things that veterans might need help with that we can provide.
Yeah, so some projects that we've done in the past are obviously landscaping. We've done some basic step repairs, deck repainting. So yeah, just really things that kind of make their yard comfortable and welcoming, especially for our older veterans. They don't get out a lot, so really their yard is their little haven, and so we want to make it that they can enjoy it and get out.
Absolutely, and it can be harder for these older adults to be able to do this work, and so many hands make for light work.
It does.
And this is a great way to give back. So talk about the volunteers and how that works for people who may want to help these veterans.
Yeah, so we have corporate or group volunteers, so we are looking for sponsors. So for sponsorship fee, you can sponsor a home, and we also have additional levels, but that's really how we get a lot of our volunteers is through the corporations.
Okay, perfect. So if someone also is hearing this and they want to sponsor, what does that look like then?
Oh, so they can contact our office and we just get them the information. And so, like I said, it's really simple, as low as $500 for a sponsorship.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what needs to qualify you to be able to apply for this as a veteran.
Yeah, so really qualifications are simple. There's no income restrictions, so we just look for people who really have limited resources. So maybe either income, they don't have a family, they're not physically able to do it. It's not based on age either. We've had a lot of younger veterans. Maybe they just recently bought a home and their yard was in really bad shape and they just haven't had the time to focus on it. So we've had young and old veterans, also surviving spouses too.
Okay, perfect. Yes, important to note, surviving spouses are also eligible.
And active military.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk about the reactions from these veterans and from the people who receive these volunteer hours on their yard, on their homes, and how they react to having this for them.
You know, this is really one of my favorite events, just to be able to see the veterans and their response. And for them, it's more than just the work that we're doing. It's having people come over and give them this time and attention. And some of them had just loved it. They were out there the whole day, kind of puttering around. They provide, cookies and refreshments. And for them, just to all of a sudden have like 20 people show up at their house and focus attention on them is overwhelming for them.
Yeah, in the best way possible, right?
Is, yeah, it's so great. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, Mary Beth, how long do veterans have, and active duty and families, how long do they have to apply for this?
They have till March 7th.
Okay.
We have a short application process on our website. You can either nominate yourself or you can nominate a veteran.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right, well, there's the website right there on your screen, hwmuw.org/veterans. Have until March 7th to get that in. Nominate yourself, nominate someone you know. Got to live in Allegan, Kent, or Ottawa counties. And of course, they're always looking for sponsors. So you want to help out, put your money where your mouth is, sponsor a home. You can find out all that information right there on your website, or you can give them a call, 616-459-6281. Do you know a remarkable educator who deserves recognition? Nominate them for Fox 17 Morning Mix's Class Act. Each month, we'll highlight an exceptional educator making a difference right here in West Michigan. Log on to fox17online.com now to nominate your favorite teacher and watch the Morning Mix on the last Friday of the month to see these inspiring educator stories and their impact on our communities. Class Act, only on Fox 17 Morning Mix.
We've got some entertainment news for you now. You know, Michelle, it used to be a pretty straightforward process. If you wanted to see the Mona Lisa,
Yeah.
you bought admission to the Louvre, and then you swam through the mass of humanity
That is exactly what it's like.
to try and catch a glimpse.
Yes.
That's how it was when I was there. But soon, she may be getting her own private space.
Ooh.
Mona's getting her own room. Leonardo da Vinci's famed 16th century painting is getting its own space at the Paris Museum, its own room. It's all part of an expansion and renovation that will see a new entrance for the world's largest museum. The goal is to ease the overcrowding that anyone who's ever been there knows.
Right.
Right now, about 9 million people visit the Louvre every year. French President Emmanuel Macron wants to grow that number
Jeez.
to 12 million. And to pay for it all, the attraction is raising ticket prices. So if you are a non-European Union visitor, like, you know, Americans, starting next year, prices going up. And that renovation, by the way, it's years away. The goal for the new entrance, 2031.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can still get there and experience all that fun, because it's a lot of fun. And I mean, the
That
Louvre is
right there.
so big, like literally it could take you days to get through it. So, I mean, it can handle that number, right?
It's
But everyone goes to see that.
That was my experience.
I know. I'm like, really? And like the picture even looks big there. It's so much smaller.
It's so small,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, man. Well, get ready to laugh. Kevin Hart, he's stopping in Grand Rapids this summer. And if you don't know, he is an Emmy and Grammy-nominated comedian and a Mark Twain Prize recipient who is bringing his 9th stand-up tour called Acting My Age to DeVos Hall Saturday, June 7th. Pre-sale tickets, they are already available. General sale starts tomorrow. That's Friday, January 31st at 10 a.m. This will be a phone-free event. You can't bring your phone, your watch, any of those things. You can head to DeVosPerformanceHall.com if you want to get some tickets.
Yeah, I don't want anybody recording his material on
No.
their phones, I guess.
Yeah, no.
Hey, McCormick, you probably have their spices right in your
Yeah,
house, right?
for sure.
They are the top-selling maker of seasonings and spices. They've announced a flavor of the year for this year. It is ají amarillo.
Yum.
Now, ají amarillo is a chili pepper native to South America. I think it's popular in Peruvian cuisine. It has vibrant notes of tropical fruit along with a moderate dash of heat, kind of like a sweet heat, similar to maybe cayenne pepper's level of hot. McCormick's executive chefs say ají amarillo is a balance of sweetness and heat that can be used on veggies, meats, dips, vinaigrettes, even distilled into a simple syrup for cocktails.
I like that.
McCormick predicts that you're going to see a lot of this spice increasing on menu appearances by over 40% over the next few years.